Well, most of our gardens are getting plenty of water this time of year, but some could still use a little help.
Here with advice is garden coach Jess Zander of You Can Do It Gardening. Jess, good morning.
Good morning. Nice to be with you.
So great to have you. Viewers sent in some of the issues they've been having so far this year. A common one, hydrangeas that seem to be dead or not blooming. Courtney Luther sent us this video from Buckland.
I see all these buds on a lot of them, but then I have some of these really older ones that are frayed and look dead but didn't come out, like that guy there. So do I need to trim these? If so, when? Do I do it now? Do I wait till the fall? Or do I let some of these with like the old buds from last year continue to try and grow?
A lot of people don't know what to do here, so what do you think she should do?
So much to say on this topic. Courtney, I feel your pain, and anyone else out there who struggles with this really vexing situation. There are many different types of hydrangeas, and this is the one that we in New England love to grow. They're macrophyllus. And this one here, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you've got to cut those dead stalks all the way down to the base of the plant. Any of those buds that you're still seeing on there right now, those are dead. If you feel those, they're dry, they'll kind of crumble in your hands. So get rid of those. And hopefully you might get some new buds to form on those new growth stems. The people who are really fortunate right now are the folks who have hybrids, which mean that they form the buds on the old growth from last year and new growth from this year. And that's new and old wood, which is very confusing. But what that basically does is it allows you to hedge your bets. If the buds die from the cold weather, which is what happened this year for a lot of us, at least we've got some new buds coming in on the new growth this year.
Okay, loss is part of gardening.
Yes.
Kate Gallagher from Medford says she needs some plants for this garden bed.
Hi Jen, and good morning, Eye Opener. We recently ripped up some shrubs that were in front of our house. They were growing over the windows, so I'm looking for any suggestions you might have for some low-growing shrubs for this area that receives indirect sunlight. I'm hoping to play with different heights and different textures. Thank you so much.
Okay, any ideas for Kate?
Yeah, lots of ideas. So first of all, it's great that she added the light conditions, because that's the number one question you always need to be addressing, which is what are the light conditions for the area? And then you can plan accordingly. The other thing that she noted is the windows. So you don't want to plant something that's going to get big in front of windows. You're just kind of setting yourself up for frustration and a lot of maintenance with pruning regularly. So what I recommend here is some dwarf varieties. So a dwarf inkberry, a dwarf mountain laurel, maybe an azalea, a dwarf, even a Japanese holly. So these are all evergreens, which is typical in front of a foundation. It's kind of low maintenance. It's nice to have something in the winter. And so that's what I recommend there. And you could have one row of one thing, or you can mix it up, maybe one of each of those four things that I said. Again, planning for the appropriate spacing between these plants. If you want to make it more interesting and you have a little extra time, I'd say, first of all, create a very tight border, like have a sharp edge on that to define the area as distinct from the lawn, and then maybe add some pops of color with annuals or even some perennials that will provide some other interest besides the shrubs throughout the season. Annuals are throughout the whole season. Perennials kind of come and go. They're the ones that come back each year. But perennials have a real purpose here in annuals, because if you plant small, which is very economical, and wait for them to grow in, then perennials can be planted and then moved later very easily. Shrubs, not so much. So this is number one thing I see when I work with clients is I come into their properties and the shrubs are very overgrown or they were planted too close to begin with. So if you remember one thing from today, it's do not plant things too close together. You're just setting yourself up for frustration.
I think so many people don't know what to do. So it's great to get all of the advice. Jess Zander, garden coach from You Can Do It Gardening. You can follow her on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thank you for all of the advice and happy growing.
Thank you. You too.